What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Luke Dawkins 01 YouTube channel. I am Luke. Today, I'm actually going to be bringing something over from my TikTok channel. For those of you who only know me on YouTube, at the moment, I have, I think, just a little bit under 140,000 followers on TikTok. That's where I started off. YouTube is something that I jumped in more recently, and I've had a lot of fun doing it, getting some new subscribers, meeting new people. Crossing over the platform has been a really cool thing. But like I said, I got my start on TikTok, so to speak. So today I'm going to be bringing over my most famous form of content from TikTok. It's called King of the Hill. And today I'm going to be creating a new segment specifically for you YouTube guys, and we're going to be calling it King of the Hill, but a lot longer. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to start with Marvel. This filter is going to select a random character, and then DC has to continue to go producing a character until they can beat the character that Marvel produced, and then we go back and forth and back and forth. Typically on the TikTok channel, each filter only gets 4 attempts in total to take out the character that is currently on top of the hill or is the current king of the hill. In this video, we're changing it up so that each filter has 10 active attempts to beat the other filter, which means if Marvel sends out Iron Man and DC sends out Superman, Marvel now has 10 new fresh chances to beat Superman. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Marvel, you are going to be up first for our first ever King of the Hill, but longer, and you're going to be giving us the Red Hulk. DC, you have 10 chances to beat Red Hulk. In the event that you do, your chances reset. Arsenal, that is going to be a no, and that is going to be counted as your first spin. Number 2, we get Donna Troy. We're jumping up in power now, but we're not where we need to be to beat the Red Hulk. Number 3, Cyborg. No. Nope. Number 4 would have been Despero, and I am giving it to Despero over Red Hulk. All right, Marvel, it is now your turn. You have 10 opportunities to beat Despero. First spin is going to be A-Bomb. 2 straight Hulks for Marvel, so that's going to be a no. Second spin, they send out nothing but big bodies so far for Marvel. Nothing but big bodies. Third spin for Marvel, they send out the Sentry. I'm giving it to the Sentry over Despero, I'm not going to lie. To be fair, I think that is a very close fight, Sentry and Despero. Honestly, if you went Despero, I would not hold that against you, but I do think Sentry wins more times than he does not. 10 spins now from DC. They send out Metallo. Sentry may be a Superman-like character, but in no way does he share Superman's same weakness to Kryptonite, so no. Second of 10 spins for DC. They send out Crypto, the good boy. No. No way am I out for animal abuse, but that is the fight. Kyle Rayner. If this was White Lantern Kyle Rayner, we'd be having a different talk here, but this is base Kyle Rayner, so I say no. Sentry does still take him out. Fourth spin from DC. Sending out 2 lanterns back to back. I said no to Kyle Rayner. I'm also going to say no to Sinestro. I believe this is their 5th spin now. Sending out Brainiac is not bad. If Brainiac was aware of the Sentry and had prep time, I do think he would take them out, but this is under the context of random encounters, so I am sticking with the Sentry here, although Brainiac does have the means to take him out. 6th spin from DC. They sent out Speedster, Bart Allen, no. Nope. 7th spin from DC. Donna Troy, wow, it's really familiar for some reason. 8 now for DC. Mobius Chair Batman. Here's the thing, Mobius Chair Batman could absolutely gain knowledge of Sentry just on the spot. However, I don't know how he could beat him. I don't. 2 more spins now for DC. This is the 9th one. They send out Zeus. Zeus in DC Comics is kind of cracked. I believe he's capable of going blow for blow with Darkseid, which is no small feat. He's a Skyfather, obviously. I'm going Zeus. I'm going Zeus here. We are slowly climbing up in terms of power. 10 more chances now for Marvel, trying to beat Zeus now. They send out Thor, and I do see the poeticness in that, I guess you could say. However, this is not the Zeus from Thor: Love and Thunder. That dude was a chump. Zeus is taking him out. Second spin for Marvel, they send out Morbius. It's Morbin time, man. Absolutely not. Third spin. Yeah, yep, he does, for sure. DC is probably going to begin to struggle here, to be completely honest. This is where things become very dicey. There's only a handful of select characters. Barbados is insane. Do not get me wrong by any measure. I have respect for Barbados. However, Franklin Richards. I'm sticking with that man Franklin here. Second spin now from DC. Beast Boy. So power scaling started up here. Now we're dropping down here. We need to get back up here. The insanity that is this decision is wild. The insanity that is this decision is wild. Dr. Manhattan was capable of taking on the entire DC universe pretty much at one time. He made magic users look like chumps. He made physical people look like chumps. Peak Franklin Richards versus peak Dr. Manhattan is easily one of the craziest fights I have ever came up with. My thing is, in that one storyline where Toba Hulk was at the end of time, perhaps you could say, Franklin was pretty much the only being left. I'm sticking Franklin, which is baffling, but I'm sticking Franklin. I may have lost track. I think this is their fifth spin just because of the preposterousness that was that spin. 6 now for DC right here. So now Jonah Hex. People might be pissed about that. Dr. Manhattan won 7 here for DC. Martian Manhunter, respectable, underrated, one of my favorites of all time. Does get absolutely obliterated by Franklin Richards. 8. 3 total spins left from DC. Steppenwolf, no. Dr. Manhattan's the closest that we've been. 9. Okay, that doesn't count. It does not count because he already popped up, so that's a re-roll. 9 is actually going to be Hal Jordan's Green Lantern. No. People may be so pissed at me because that Dr. Manhattan won, but here we are. DC's final spin, go big or go home. Trying to beat Franklin Richards. What do we have? The Anti-Monitor. Extremely respectable. That's just as hard, if not harder, than the Dr. Manhattan one. Man, so many thoughts are going in my head right now. I'm deferring to the Anti-Monitor. For reference, I'm talking pre-crisis Anti-Monitor. I don't think it's fair to put Anti-Monitor at a lesser form against Franklin Richards at his highest form. I'm going peak for peak. I think that's as close of a fight as you can possibly get, but I'm going Anti-Monitor there. Pre-crisis Anti-Monitor. Marvel now has 10 opportunities to produce someone. Let's see what they can do. Annihilus. Third spin for Marvel. They send out Hercules. Fourth spin for Marvel. They are sending out. That is, in fact, the one below all, so yes. So basically, I need to see the presence here. We have hit the peak of power scaling. It's either presence or nothing. Nope. Second spin now for DC. Third spin for DC. It's literally presence or bust right now. Fourth. Fifth. 5 more options now for DC to send someone out. Sixth. Not bad. 7th. Still getting obliterated. Not bad. 8th. Still getting obliterated, however. 2 more. 9th. And 10th. Last spin for DC here. Can they pull something out? It has to be the presence. Marvel wins.